Ready.
We are rolling.
We are rolling. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to C Minus Satiety. It's been a while. It's been a little bit. Sorry about the break.
Pause for 1 second.
Oh, we're pausing for a second, good people. Cam broke it. Oh, Cam had it recorded. Hilarious.
Now we're rolling.
Welcome to C Minus Society, good people. Welcome back. Sorry about the little hiatus. Been very busy. Good busy. I've been on the run, you know what I mean? But we cleared all that up, so I'm good to go now. What's happening, good folks? Shout out to Transit Pictures. I got Cam on the mic. Cam with the 1-2. Where you at, Cam?
Right here.
There you go. That's the voice. You just call him the voice. You'll never see him. That's the voice. So look, I've been really busy, and I haven't had a chance to upload for a couple weeks. My apologies for all those that missed me. But we're back, and we're just gonna get to business. You know what I mean? Let me tell you guys what a great. This is the end of the year happening right now. We're in December. Okay, so I'm rounding up the end of the year, man. It's been probably the greatest year I've ever had in my entire life. Been married for a year. I've been a father for a year. I've been writing again. I got a chance to meet a lot of my childhood idols. Working with them has been an amazing year. I had a great time, great year. And then so going into 2020, what I want to do, I want to make sure, one, for me personally, that I get the chance to keep that going. You know, I want to make sure that I keep it up. I don't lose sight of what I was doing before. You know, you got to stick to the basics, you know what I mean, to make sure that you're still doing the same things that got you where you are, right? And even more so going forward. And so I remember I was watching Peyton Manning, right, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he was in his 18th year or something, and he was doing his warm up routine, right, the one he's been doing. He's like, I've been doing that same warm up routine since he was a sophomore in high school, the same one, you know. Not that it hasn't probably got a little better since then, but it was just he's like, I stick with the basics because this is what got me there. And he does it and I was just like, he does it every day, before practice, before the games. And I love that idea that, it's the same thing in basketball. You're going through a free throw routine and, you know, working on your footwork. It's those things that you can't ever lose sight of, because once you lose the basics, you lose, you know, you can't lose the fundamentals. You got to have the fundamentals. You got to have your own fundamentals. Fundamentals is fun to say. I know you guys missed that. All right, so this episode, we're going to do my 6 favorite words. All right. I don't know what you guys' favorite words are. Put your favorite words on the bottom. Tell me your favorite word. Cam, you got a favorite word?
Like meaning or to say?
Give me one of each. What's your favorite word to say?
I got a lot.
Yeah? Give me a couple. What you got? This is
ramshackle. It's fun to say.
Ramshackle's fun. What is that? Is that a real word?
Yeah, it's like something that's been pieced together that's probably going to fall apart. Like a car could be ramshackle if it's really old and falling apart.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
As for meaning,
it's ramshackled. Man, what you got for meaning? You think about that, Cam?
Hope.
Hope? Nice. What does hope mean to you?
I mean, it's what drives me, and I think it's what drives a lot of society and everything we do, and it's just that a very positive word in my opinion.
You're 100% right. Hope is dope. Oh my God, he's on fire. I wonder how many people just clicked off. Everybody just clicked off. All right, so I'm gonna run through my 6 favorite words, and then I'm going to explain them in depth. All right, so and this is kind of in order, okay? It's kind of not. So execution, diligence, foresight. I'm sorry, I missed one first off. Foresight is first. All right, guys, shut up. Stop judging me. Foresight, execution, diligence, focus, patience, and championism, which is a word. Damn it. Championism is in the dictionary. Cam made a good point. Cam said, what'd you say, Cam, about making up words?
All words are made up.
Right? They had to come from somewhere before it was just gibberish. And then everybody understand that spoon meant spoon. Like, how do you get these stupid ass names?
I mean, it's just like there's so many words. You go to Urban Dictionary, and there's so many words now that we associate in our language.
I think bootylicious is in the dictionary now. So
cram is in the dictionary now.
Cram? Well, cram wasn't.
It's on Urban Dictionary. I know that. It depends on what you, I guess, have subscribed to as.
Like I'm cramming for a test.
Exactly.
But yeah, all these words are dumb. Orange. Who decided what the color was? It was all caveman talk, and then somebody was like, babble. But anyways, you guys get it. All right, so my first favorite word is foresight, man. Foresight gets me excited. Foresight is literally predicting the future. All right, I believe in this. I always tell people that I can predict the future, right? And it's not because I'm psychic or have powers. It's literally because there is a system to achieving weight loss. There's a system to achieving being a doctor, right? There's a system to being an astronaut for most things, you know what I mean? Most things, if you put a plan in place, and that's all it is planning. You put a plan in place and you follow through, then you'll be able to get your goal. So you can say from 5 years from now, I want to be doing this. And you have these steps ahead of you. You follow each step. But you have to have the foresight to have that plan out in the future. You know what I mean? You got to plan your future. So within foresight, it goes every single day. I always use writing or stand-up as an example, but it's like if I want to be a great writer, I have to go write every day. Before that, I was reading scripts. I used to go to the WGA library. It's a quick tip for all the writers who live in Los Angeles, WGA library off of 3rd and Fairfax, I believe. They have scripts from the beginning of time of television to now at their WGA on I've just went there recently and read Doug and Rugrats, working on animated, and I've been in there and I've read, I think, damn near every I Love Lucy script, all 100 damn near. You used to be able to come and take pictures of the scripts. You can't do it now. Now they'll kick you out. Oh, they probably didn't know it when I was doing it. Some camera phones were flip phones and they were awful. So that was what I was doing then. I've read all of like Fred Sanford's. It's a great place to, not the Fred Sanford's per se, but no, you guys get it. Sanford and Son. It's a great place to sit there and read and learn and how to actually like learn to write scripts. Like movies, ton of movies. I'm not a big movie guy script wise, but same thing. Okay. So anyways, but I know, let me go do my work. So I go in there, I would read every day. I would learn, I would write sketches. I was trying to write 3 sketches a day. I just knew that would help me do my formatting, help me learn my timing. Same with the stand-up, you go out and you do your jokes. If you want to get to a certain level, you got to go be good. And it's like, if I go do 5 minutes a night, stand-up wise, if I go do 5 minutes a night, if I can do 3 spots in a night, it's 15 minutes. That's how you build your 10, 15 hot hour. Anyways, by a certain time, you want to be looking at getting on television. You want to be looking at having a writing career, whatever it is, But it's about having that plan inside of where you want to be and following those steps. That's foresight, predicting the future. And it's for whatever you want to do. You want to be a dean at a college? Easy work. I don't know how easy that is, but there's a ton of colleges. I'm sure you can get a job. All right. But you just got to go do the work, man. You got to write your books, write your theses, go to college and all that good stuff. And it all starts today. All right. What my thing about foresight also? Knowing what you want to do is a huge thing. I always talk to people and people are like, how am I supposed to like find my passion and how do I know what I want to do? And I'm like, you gotta try stuff. Do a bunch of stuff. Do a ton of stuff. Do everything. Just stop saying no. Say no less. And go do a bunch of stuff and see what makes you have more fun. And do that shit often.
And always push yourself to be out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely. You have to, man. I'm a bum, guys. All right. I've said it many times on here. I don't like moving. All right. I like to stay in one place and wallow. I'm like a beached seal. I don't like doing a lot. I'd stay at home all day if I could, but you got to get out there and you got to go do stuff. And then find what you have fun, man. Find what makes you go like, ooh, that was a good time. I won't mind doing that again. That's why people have jobs. Literally, people jump out of planes for work. It's crazy. People jump off of cliffs and they guide people through and hope they don't kill them. Like that's real jobs. I remember when I first saw India could be a job when Martha Stewart made baskets. And skateboarding became like $1 million industry. And you just go, it's just about that work, man. You got to go out and, be the best. All right. So the second word is diligence. Nope. Execution is the second word. I saw my thing's a little off in here. All right. So from foresight goes execution. So once you make that plan, you got to follow that plan and actually do those steps. All right. A lot of people will sit there and they'll make plans. Right. And this is what I'm talking about. Foresight wise, because inspiration and motivation, you can see I don't have those on my list. They're not in my 6 favorite words. I don't care about inspiration or motivation. They don't last. Inspiration doesn't last, and motivation doesn't last. You will run out of motivation, and you will run out of inspiration. But they're like a quick boost. You ever see a rocket ship take off, and it takes all that fuel and that explosion to get the spaceship in the sky, right? That's inspiration and motivation to me. That's just enough to get you up, right? But once you're there, you got to put your plan in place. So right now, while you're sitting on your ass and you're watching me, or hopefully you're in the gym or doing something productive, people get a rush of motivation, you know? I'll read a book, I'll watch a video, and I'll be like, ooh, they got me hyped up, baby. Use that time to set your plan in place. Whether you want to go to the gym, you're like, all right, cool. I'm going to go get a gym membership right now. I'm going to go buy towels and whatnot and buy, shorts and workout equipment, whatever you want to do. That's what motivation does. That's the inspiration, you know? Inspiration is like putting a goal weight somewhere. You know, you put those things, but those aren't things you put in place. That's not a plan. You know, you can be like, if I want to weigh 160, I don't know, depending on Cam's way under 160. What are you, Cam, 140?
Yeah, how about that?
Cam's a thin fella. But if you want to weigh a certain weight and you put like a picture of, people put like models, people put bathing suits. Somebody will go buy a bathing suit and then hang it up somewhere. That's really good. That's motivation. That's inspiration. But that's not the work. You know what I mean? It's the work. It's the actual going to the gym, making a plan to do that. You know, if you say, hey, 5 a.m., I'm going to go to the gym, then you got to make sure you get up and go. And you'll go for a couple of days because you're motivated. But day 5, you might be like, I'm tired. I'm sore. I've been getting up a little hour early and I need a rest. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to make sure you execute. But that's where diligence comes in. That's what focus comes in. And we'll talk about those a little later. But I don't care about inspiration. I don't care about motivation. Those are rocket fuel. You use those, and then you got to make sure you have something that's to keep you up in the sky. I would use more space ship talk, but I'm out. That's all I know. It's rocket fuel. I don't know how they stay in the sky. It was probably a bad example for me to even use in the first place because I knew I didn't know anything else beyond rocket fuel. I'm trying to think what it's called when the spaceships use all the, what is it called? There's propulsion. Bam. That might have been right. Propulsion. Use that propulsion. I think I'm saying it wrong. Propulsion?
Propulsion, yeah.
Propulsion. All right, stop judging me, you bastards. You guys know what I'm talking about. Thank God Cam is here because Cam is all I need, you guys. So execution. All right. Diligence. Now, diligence is key. I was at Michigan State. I didn't attend Michigan State. I was there on campus watching this girl. She's a cello player, and she's or maybe she's a bass player and a singer. Super talented chick. And she was saying how she got where she was because she was. Let me get her name for you real quick. She was a. Esperanza Spalding is her name. She's a very famous jazz musician. Okay, so and she's gorgeous, by the way. Esperanza Spalding. All right, and so she was like a teenager teaching at Berkeley University or something like that. Music. I think she was like 19, and she was like a musical prodigy. Okay, and she was just saying that she would practice 4 hours a day in the morning, and she'd go practice 2 to 3 hours later. And she was just like. It wasn't really how many hours she practiced. She was saying, but I did it every single day, something, you know, and it was the diligence. And when she said that word diligence, this is 2006. I might have heard this. And I was like, yo, I'm not diligent. I don't do it every single day. And diligence, and all it is doing something that's going to get you closer to your dreams every single day. Being diligent, doing it on the daily, doing it. You know, making time for it and not letting anything else come in that process. So there can always be at least one thing that you don't compromise your day for, you know? So if you go 4 a.m., this is every morning I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this, you have to promise yourself and not disappoint yourself and do that thing. I say this to myself a lot. Like, I don't want to lose the day. I don't want to lose the day. And I don't mean like losing hours, but there's procrastination. There's other temptations, and I don't want to lose to that. You know, that's my enemy. So I'm like, I'm never going to lose the day. I have to win the day. I win the day by going out and going to the gym. I win the day by making sure I sit down and I write and I spend that time for me. Because there's going to be 1,000 things I'm going to tell you no. You know, if you skip it one time at 6 and you say you're going to do it later, it's how much stuff comes up in a day. There's always somebody who wants your time, right? If you do 5 p.m. right after work, you go straight to the gym. You got to make that time. Even if you don't go do that full workout, make that time. Spend that time in that place you want to be. I've been plenty of times I've been at a coffee shop and I don't feel like writing, but I didn't. I just be like, all right, man, well, I'm here. Let me click, clack, feel like I did something. But I'm still, that hour I dedicated for that time, that's fine. Because even those days you don't have that juice to sit there and be focused, that's cool. Every once in a while you're not going to have that. But don't sacrifice that time. That's your time for that thing. Spend that there. That's the diligence. All right. The next is focus. Now, man, focus. Focus goes with foresight. Focus goes with execution. Focus goes with diligence. All right. Focus is something I had to really build within myself because I had the attention span of a gnat. Right? I'm buzzing around. I'm very busy doing 100 different things at work, but I wasn't finishing anything. I had all these scripts that I had all these jokes that were half written. I didn't finish anything. I didn't take anything and make it bigger and better into perfection, to completeness, And focus is like, hey, man, all I need is 5. You ever realize you really only need 5 to 10 minutes to get something? You ever slack off and I'm going to do it later and something only takes 5 to 10 minutes? How many times does that happen, Cam?
So often. I'll come across something that I know is easy and I'll just keep putting it off because I don't know, it'll take me 5 minutes. And then I get to it and I'm like super up against a deadline and I'm like, I should have done this a long time 2 days ago. Right.
It's just like, because I'll get somewhere and knowing something is easy and I'll be working on it and I won't take it seriously. And I'm like, what's everybody doing on Instagram? Y'all crazy. And I'll do so many things because that's just a lack of focus, But you have to learn within yourself how to zero in. Same thing at the gym. If you're in the gym, man, it's the same thing when you're out studying. You can get there, you want to be lazy, but it's like, I don't need to do a whole lot. I don't need an hour necessarily to get what I need to get. I just need to focus and zero in for 5 to 10 minutes of good focus and get you way further than spending an hour doing nothing. You know what I mean? Or bullshitting, So focus, 5 to 10 minutes, man. Just go, all right, cool. Let me get my coffee. Let me open up my laptop. Let me get in this gym. Let me get underneath this bench. 5 to 10 good minutes, then take a little breather. Woo! Oh, God. I did so much. Pat yourself on the back, right? Woo!
Well, and getting into a routine, I think, is more than half of the battle with trying to get things done. Because if you don't do it consistently, then it's so easy to just stop.
It's building habits. All this is one big is how you build a habit. And that's what a lot of people have are bad habits. If you don't have focus, it's from bad habits because you never had to do this repetitiously every day. Repetitiously is a word, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
It is now.
Sounds right. But you have to do that, man. And I learned by repetition, whether it was sports, whether it was school. I had to do something 100 times because I'm dumb. All right. I had no problem saying it. I'm a dummy. And that's how I learned, by doing something 100 times. I had to do it bad. Then I go like, oh, I got it. And that's how I learn. I'm just that. I'm dense, man. It takes me a minute to learn something. And I used to feel bad about it. And so then I wouldn't want to learn it because I got embarrassed how long it would take me compared to everybody else. And then you go, man, forget everybody. I don't give a shit. This is for me. It's not for no one else. What am I trying to impress? Who am I trying to impress? Especially kids in high school, man. Everybody wants to be the same. It's not like that, bro. Like everybody wants to be the same when you're in school. And then once you're an adult, everybody wants to be different. And I don't understand why, but that's the way it is. You just you spend so much time trying to fit in, and then once you fit in, you're like, oh, this is stupid. Everybody's dumb. And you realize how dumb it is. All right. So focus. All right. So patience. This is my next one. Where we at on time, Cam?
18 minutes.
What? We've been 18 minutes already? Wow, that's cool. Patience, man. So patience. And I don't mean waiting. That's not what patience means. Patience is just having the wherewithal to understand this takes a minute. And it's not rushing yourself, not getting impatient with your own wants and needs, giving yourself the applicable time to understand this takes a minute and let your process work. Okay? Like you have to understand that this is a process and it's going to take this much amount of time. Don't get impatient and abandon the plan. I've had so many times I started with a plan and I abandoned, and I'm like, damn, dog, how many times have people been like, I'm going to go to college to get my degree, and right? And they're like, that's 4 years. And then 4 years pass. You're like, damn, I could have had a degree by now, but I've been sitting on my ass, It's like, it's just understanding like, yo, this is a process. This takes time. You have to allow yourself that understanding of patience. I'm going to go put in the work every day. Man, I put in the work for 7 years in Los Angeles. I got here in 2006, and I've failed in every type of way, right? Every type of way I've been a failure. And then year 8, something popped, And I thought about quitting 1,000 times. I really did. I used to think about quitting all the time and going back to Michigan and staying in my mom's basement, just being a 35-year-old guy who lives in his mom's basement. There's nothing wrong with that. Playing video games and whatnot, cussing out kids and Madden. I thought that would be a great life. And I still actually keep working every day to get to that point that I can play video games and make fun of kids all day. That's why I work hard now, so I can do nothing later, you know? But patience, man, we're too hard on ourselves as society. Part of it is because a lot of times our parents put pressure on us to be here and there by a certain age, especially if you're from where I'm from. The Midwest has a Midwest mentality, you know, and I think most places do. When the South, you're supposed to go be married at a certain age and have these kids, and you're supposed to be making a certain amount of money and have a house. Man, I'm so far from a house. I'm so far. I don't even think about it.
I mean, we also live in LA.
But we do live in LA. But still, I could have a dope crib in Michigan. I could have a dope crib under a river if I wanted to. I don't know why I would, but I could, you know. But in LA, I do understand. But also, I'm married. I have a child. My mom lives with me now. She came in from Michigan to help us with the kid. If anybody's supposed to feel pressure about having a house, it should be me, right, to provide this certain thing. But I go like, hey, man, I'm not putting that pressure on myself because I know what I'm doing is going to take time. And there's other things that I want to do with some of that house money. I'm trying to make a cartoon, which animation is not cheap. So if any animators out there who want to work on a budget, I'll let your boy, because that is. But I also know investing in myself is going to make me more money later on. Anyways, you know, no doubt. So that's patience. Okay. Patience is a gift to yourself. That's what that is. Patience is a gift to yourself. And then my favorite word in general is champion. But I couldn't say that. So championism is my favorite word now. And championism, because I understand, and you have to understand the idea of what being a champion is. It's not just winning. You know what I mean? Winning is great. Being on top is like you're the champ. You take boxing, those guys win. But you never stop calling a champion champ. Even if they lose and they lose their belt, there's always still called a champ. And that's always getting up every day. That's always doing the work, always training for a certain goal, because you always have that goal in focus. Now, these boxers, a lot of them now box once or twice a year, and they train for hours every single day for this one part for 12 rounds. You know what I mean? Like, it's 12 rounds of a fight that they train for 6 months for. Like, that's super focused. And that's not slacking off. That's every day. We got to get better today. We got to get better today for tomorrow. We got to get better than we were yesterday. All for this day, for these 30 something minutes, you know? And that's everything. That's all the time, because whatever you're chasing right now, whatever dream you have, whatever thing it is, there's going to be a time when someone calls your number. And you're going to think about all those times you didn't get up, especially if you didn't make it, if you didn't do a good a job as you could have, all those times you didn't get up early enough, all those times you could have been out here working, getting better, getting stronger, getting smarter, being a better writer, being a better athlete. You can think about all those times, all those workouts you missed. You can think about all those times you're like, damn, had I just had the fucking focus, the fucking patience, the diligence to get up every single day and do this for me, I would be exactly where I want to be, you know? So don't cheat yourself. You cheat yourself out of those steps. So being a champion, man, is understanding that goal and working every single day for that thing. That's what a real champion does. And it's okay if you miss. It's okay if you lose. You don't quit. Champs do not quit. You keep going. You go, cool, let me learn. You don't lose, you learn. Everything's a lesson, you know? So in all that, you have to be a master of the process. You know, it's the process of this that you have to understand, and I don't even think the whole thing of, I love the process. I don't agree with that. This shit is work. Nobody wants to wake up at 5 a.m. Going to the gym sucks. Sitting down and writing for hours, and it's boring. It kind of sucks. Like, I don't enjoy the actual process of sitting down and typing. I enjoy the creating. I enjoy that stuff. The actual sitting down, actually doing it. There's 1,000 things I want to do. So I don't necessarily love the process, but I understand the process. And I go, cool, man, but to get to where I want to be, I have to do this.
And the end reward is in and of itself enough. I mean, that's why I keep doing what I'm doing.
It should be, right? But also you have an understanding of where you want to be. And you go like, this is every day here gets me closer to that. Every time you do something, you get closer to it. And so master the process. That's the thing. Don't master, and you can always master the skill and the art, but I'm like, it's the process of it all, man. That's what you have to be great at doing. And that's building those habits. So that is why foresight, execution, diligence, focus, patience, and championism are my 6 favorite words. Now, Cam, out of those 6 words, is there anything you think I should further explain or didn't fully go through?
No, I think you covered all of them very well. Yeah.
Is there one that stands out to you?
Diligence.
Diligence, man.
Yeah.
Diligence literally changed my life. That was the light bulb for me, was diligence. Diligence ruined my old relationship. I was dating this girl. Then when I came back from Michigan to L.A., I was out every single night. Tony Baker also had part of that ruining it because he was a hustler. But I was trying to get on his hustle level and doing it every single night. And we grew apart because of that. But she couldn't see the vision. You know what
exactly. I mean, sometimes you see more in other people or people you're with as you change yourself. Absolutely. And whether they do or not.
Absolutely. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Those are my 6 favorite words. Oh, Cam, did you find your favorite word?
Oh, I will just stick with the 2 at the beginning, I think.
Okay, it was reshackable. What was it?
Ramshackle is fun to say.
And hope.
And then hope as a favorite word.
I love it. That's great, man. Hey, that's it, man. Guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining the C-Minded Society. Remember, guys, I'm just a scrub. I'm a bum. I'm just a guy who figured it out. Okay? And I'm just trying to help people who feel stuck in a rut get themselves out of it. And there's little things, man. So if anybody ever wants to have a more in-depth conversation, hit me with the comments, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Okay? Tell your buddies, hey, you should watch this dumbass Chaz. You can call me an idiot. I'm more than understanding because I know what it is. All right? Thank you guys for watching. There's a new one next week. Appreciate you guys.